Today, I'm pleased to introduce Peter Marks, Master of Wine from the Wine and Spirit Education Trust. Peter is among the most renowned masters of wine in the world, of which there are only 300 in the world and 55 in the United States. Among the topics that Peter will cover will be Napa Valley Cabernets, the difference between valley floor versus hillside elevations. What about Bordeaux versus Napa Valley? And another subject, Chardonnays from the New World, particularly in Northern California, and what makes those Chardonnays particularly appreciated by collectors everywhere.
I'm Peter Marks, Master of Wine, living in Napa Valley now for about 22 years, and I was the 10th American to become a Master of Wine back in 1995. Fortunately, today we have many more. We have over 55 American MWs. Napa is a very unique location. Napa's small. It's only 30 miles long, maybe 1 to 5 miles in width. And within that area, you have such perfect climatic conditions. We have warm, sunny days that ripen the Cabernet grapes, and then cool nights that are important to preserve that natural acidity. So we have this long growing season that ideally ripens Cabernet to perfect conditions. In addition to that, I think there are some wonderful, high quality minded producers who are always striving for better and better wines and keeping Napa among the best Cabernets in the world. I love the high elevations, and probably more than any location in Napa, I think high elevation locations are truly unique. And they're unique because of their growing conditions. Number one, they have very poor soils. A lot of the soils from high altitude vineyards over the years have been washed down, so you have very little topsoil, which produces extra amount of stress on the vines. In addition to that, any water that rains also tends to not hold very well in the soil and gets washed down the mountainside. So low fertility in the soil, low water availability puts stress on the vines. And I think we all know that grapevines like a little bit of stress to perform at their best. It produces lower yields, more concentration. I often like to compare stress in a vineyard to a natural athlete's stress that they go before a competition. A little stress helps you perform better. Too much stress, you freak out. But here, you have the moderate stress that produces just exceptional Cabernet Sauvignon grapes. Absolutely true. Well, what is similar about elevation is that they tend to have cooler daytime temperatures because the higher you go in elevation, the cooler it is. Meaning, valley floor vineyards tend to be much warmer days, and then they have colder nights because of the fog that rushes in from northern San Pablo Bay. But in the mountains, you are generally above the fog bank, so that means that you're going to have warmer nights and cooler days. And what that means for Cabernet is that you get a very moderate, long growing season. You don't have the highs and lows that you have in the valley floor. It's sort of like Goldilocks. Everything's just right. Ideal for Cabernet, which again loves those beautiful moderate conditions. What's different about Howe Mountain in particular is that they are the farthest north of all the mountain appellations. So they are even further away from the cooling fog effect. So they tend to be a little bit warmer than all of the other mountain appellations. And that produces ripening Cabernet conditions that are absolutely the best. And what that means is Cabernet is going to not only develop ripe fruit character, but also make those tannins velvety, smooth, and soft and supple, which people love in drinking Cabernet.